Gordo versus Dadler later today. And then we also are going to have Xavier versus Dilla on Sunday. So make sure to stay tuned for both of those. But first, we have a really great showcase planned for you today. You can see in the bottom left, we are going to be taking a nostalgia trip back to 2021 and doing Gfred. Now, if you don't know what Gfred is, you're going to see soon enough. It's basically a GTA Online race where you do a little bit of everything. You do technically a little biking, technically a little running, you do a little swimming, and then mainly you do a lot of driving, going to checkpoints all over the map. So now, let's take you into the runners. First, we have AlexHonix.
Hello.
Hello. And then also, we have Marcus.
Hello, everyone.
So, these runners are both already loaded into Grand Theft Auto Online. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Now, I'm not going to spoil too much of what goes on in this race because you're going to be able to see as we go. But as you see, they are in a GTA Online racing session. And because of that, for the first time in Summer Segment Scramble 2, I, the commentator, am not going to be counting down the timer, which is so sad. So I think since Marcus is the party leader, I will actually let him check if they're ready, and we're going to let our good friend Rockstar Games count them into the run.
All right. Well, I guess I am ready. Alex, are you?
Yep.
All right. Guess we can just then hop right into it.
And yeah, that's another thing. Because it is a showcase, Marcus and Alex are going to be staying in this commentating room with me. So we're going to have a nice little party together.
Confirm, don't continue. What?
Just go.
These two both have the scuba suits.
Yes. The whole beginning of the run is swimming, so having the scuba suit definitely makes you faster. Timers are a little bit desynced, but there's not much we can do about that. So yeah,
Oh my
weapons
god,
are
actually doing a launch.
weapons are enabled. However, it is basically it's always been a rule, not officially, but a friendly rule that you aren't supposed to use weapons against one of the other players. I believe the gentlemanly rule was always if you do use weapons against one of the other players, you're supposed to wait until they catch back up to where you are on the map. But these guys have been buddies for a while. I don't imagine they're going to take out violence on each other.
You sure about that?
I hope so. This is a family friendly stream.
Whoops.
Did you want to go for the old route or what?
No. That's way too long.
Going up the lighthouse.
Oh, yeah, that was madness. Yeah, another little rule is that we cannot use a car until we get onto the highway. So even if we see one right now, we can't take it.
Yeah, there are some points in this race where you're like on a little side street, running up to the road, and there are cars that drive through there very rarely, but you aren't allowed to take it because you're not on the main highway yet, which they're now running up to. Another thing that's worth noting, you're probably going to see the little notifications saying Alex entered first, Marcus entered first. Those are not very accurate because it only measures the distance directly from you to the checkpoint. You could be completely closer on the route and it'll say someone else is like closer technically. So it's a little weird, but try not to look at that.
Don't get run over.
I was trying very hard actually. I switched to third person to see where the car was. And now we're just slowly running to the highway.
And that's
Yep.
another part, is that it's completely RNG what car you get, and most likely this is going to be
Oh
the car
no,
that they
it's
with
so
for the whole
far.
run. So I'm 90% sure the best car to get here is a 9F.
Dude, my guy!
Oh, Marcus gets hit. That's awful. Ooh, Marcus, I think. Oh, he's gonna take the gauntlet. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
Alex is in a better car though.
Am I safer?
Yes, Gauntlet handles like garbage.
So yeah, the thing about this Gfred drive is you need to have a car that can handle well. You also need to have a car that has a good top speed, because there are sections where you're going to go in a straight line. And I'm not going to spoil too much, but you also want a car that can off-road
No, the
and
plastic.
is skinny enough to drive through small openings.
During the race,
So
we're
I'd
also
say
allowed
on-
to change cars.
Yes.
Like that. Fuck you! My
Oh.
way.
And the 9F is the best car
Oh,
to
boy.
get into the race, generally considered.
Oh, it really is.
I saw one drive past the white one as well. I guess he didn't see that either.
I did load in for me, I think, I hope, maybe.
So Marcus is crashing a little bit, but Alex is on his way to the first checkpoint, the quarry. He's now hit that first checkpoint.
No, I need a good car.
Oh, there's a fucking track though. We can take that.
Yeah, sure.
Another thing to point out with both of these runners is that Marcus drives on controller, while Alex drives on keyboard and mouse. So we're gonna see the differences between that, I guess, if there are any.
Well, the difference right now is not caused by that.
That's true.
Yeah, I can't press the trigger any harder than this.
Yeah, and Alex is just slowly increasing the gap. Now another thing is obviously we're in GT Online, so neither of these runners have special ability. They can still get brake boosts and curb boosts and mid drives for when they slow down, but it's not going to be as impactful as doing it in story mode with Franklin's power. But that should probably go without saying. Alex actually doesn't have a 9F Cabrio, he just has a 9F.
Doesn't matter.
True. So now both runners driving through, I guess you could call this downtown Los Santos. And for those of you who have Gfred, who have done Gfred in the past, you obviously know where they're going. But for those of you who haven't, you might be able to take a guess. How long is the estimate for this run? Correct me if I'm wrong, I'd say probably about like 25, 30 minutes.
Hope a little shorter, but short. Depends
Hope
on
for
a
the
couple
best.
of things.
Hope for the best, plan for the worst, right?
Yeah. There's certainly a few choking points in this run. Like that.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
Alex now taking the stunt jump, and he's gonna get the second checkpoint on the top of the parking garage.
You turned straight into me.
Oh,
I don't have enough speed though for this.
yeah, so Marcus is gonna have to retry that jump, and when you're not able to get more speed with Franklin's power, this jump can be a real pain in the ass.
Yeah, you need quite the run up. And my car is absolutely fucked.
Alex, meanwhile, on his way to the next checkpoint. You might know where it is, you might not know where it is, but
I know
you
where
will
it is.
see. Alex knows where it is. Marcus knows where it is.
Anthony maybe knows where it is.
I do know where it is. I did my fair share of Gfred back in the day.
Oh, this car's so done for. Whew, nice job.
I was just saying the world record for this is like a 15:45 or something.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
madness what they've been doing recently.
Yeah, it's
Trying
just
to go on
one
this
guy, I
real
think
quick.
it's called like DKP or something.
Yeah, something like
I
that.
don't know exactly.
So, all those world records are like the kind of runs where you basically you just do frame perfect, optimized routes, swim in, and then like as soon as you run onto the highway, if you don't get an instant 9F, you just reset.
Yeah, the RNG is heavy in this category. Like anything
Yeah.
but the instant 9F is a reset basically.
Yeah.
If
So
you want to
world
go for
record.
overall world record. Yeah. If you want to go for overall world record. Because there's also like world records for each individual car.
Oh, I actually didn't know that. That's really cool.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess I'm going for 9F world record while Marcus is going for continental record.
Yeah, and guess what? Neither of us will get it.
Would this
Me
count
neither.
as 9F world record since you switched cars?
Technically not. No.
But yeah, no, true actually. Yeah,
My car keeps going right.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, you swerved into the tree a little there, didn't you?
Yeah, my car's been steering right the entire time. I've been correcting. I need something else. Oh!
Right,
Oh!
right now it's
Yeah,
right now
and-
it's basically just Lamar now.
Yep,
I
and
can
one
do
of
this.
that is important because that road where Marcus is one of the best places to change car if you need to. So very often you can even find a 9F on the drive, but Marcus will settle for a common, which that might cause him challenge going into the next checkpoint that Alex is on his way to now, but we'll see.
I should maybe mention that this was all created by Ruffy. So Ruffy is the founder of the Gfred. And they also do it like a lot in the streams. Different variations and like a 100-player Gfred and whatnot. I'm now at the most interesting point of the entire Gfred, which is the Chiliad section.
Yes.
That's fun.
So now Alex is going to drive up the side of Mount Chiliad. And when you get to the top, you're going to see why it's important to manage the width of your car. Because there's a section driving up at the top where if your car is too wide, you actually can't fit. Or you'll fit just barely, but it'll like squeeze you between the rocks, and your car will lose traction and stuff. And
The issue with the 9F is it's just so slimy, man. Like I'm having trouble controlling it all the way up here.
Yeah, comment is not gonna be
Last thing
easy
is though-
either.
Yeah. Last thing is though, it's fast enough to actually make it.
Yeah.
It's got some stupid power.
Yeah, exactly.
The other thing is,
You're
as
having
much
a
trouble
breeze.
as
Wow.
you're having going up with the sliding, going down, you really have to be careful because if you crash, number one, you could explode and then be stuck at the top of Chiliad with just a bike, or number two, you could just completely wreck your car and then have to change cars, which in Polito Bay, you don't have the best selection. So So meanwhile, Alex on his way down Mount Chiliad and Marcus on his way up. Unfortunately, they take slightly different routes going up and down, so they're not going to get to high five again like they did at the airport. Stuck with a bike on the top of Chiliad seems fun. Yeah, it's just like the Dominator mission.
Oh boy, this car.
Oh yeah, Marcus not having quite enough torque to...
Well, too much!
Oh!
It's just a bunch of wheel spin I'm getting.
Alex is very here.
Hello,
wow. That's not the exact route you're supposed to go, but the fact that he didn't explode there is... it's a little... interesting.
That's just the Madam, but the other way.
Yep.
Yep. We got a train though.
Get trained here, I'm actually gonna be mad.
I mean, you usually do get a train, but I don't know.
Never know, maybe you're slow enough, it already passed.
It can be anywhere, it's online.
Oh, that's true.
Usually
Train is
spawns
always
in.
loaded and online.
Usually you spawn it spawns in before you get to the tunnel.
And now, Alex might actually deviate from the Lamar down route soon. And...
Not good.
yeah, not yet.
Oh, yeah.
He'll do the normal jump off the train tracks. And then try and hit that brake boost that's right there, which he will be able to get. I wasn't sure if you would because you were a little spinny, but you made it. Meanwhile, Marcus now reached the top of Mount Chiliad, and he's now going to be driving down. And if you look on the map, you'll actually see there's only 2 checkpoints left. The one that Alex is going to, and then the finish. And, you know, the finish, personally, it's one of my favorite checkpoints. It's really fun. But you'll see how they do it. I'm actually wondering which of the 2 strats you guys are going to go for, but don't spoil it yet.
Oh, I'm sending it.
Oh, holy shit, yes, I made that. I'm sending it too.
That's
Hell
amazing.
yeah. Love it.
Never done it before though.
Really?
That's gonna be interesting then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if my racing buddies should.
All I am going to say is that both of these runners are playing an NG+. That's the spoiler.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually, yeah.
Alex has now made it to 3rd checkpoint, the observatory, and he's going to be on his way to the final checkpoint.
Oh, we're already observatory? Holy shit.
Yeah.
So unless Alex goes for the strat and it goes wrong, we're probably going to see an Alex victory, which means I'm going to lose all of my channel points once
Still
again.
gonna go wrong.
I missed the sticky ledge buffer though back in the day. That was so good.
Yeah, they
that was fun. Back when we first found ledge buffer launches and we were like, how can we make this
Actually,
into...
wasn't it Burhack that found it?
I think it was
decide which way.
I think it was Tamer that found it and then Burhack.
No, I mean
Gfred.
within Gfred. I mean,
Yeah.
like obviously Burhack didn't find the ledge buffer itself.
No. I think it was after the Complications launch one. Burhack thought, what if we do that in Gfred? And then he kind of engineered it. But it's slower than what we do now.
No, it's not.
A lot faster, but it's not like doesn't work anymore, does it?
Yeah, I don't think you can ledge buffer anymore in online.
Oh,
Or if you can,
okay,
it's like
actually,
really complicated
Oh,
setup.
they patched the bug where you can like keep your phone out.
They've patched it like 3 times by this point.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're noticing now, Alex is going into the military base. And you may be wondering what he's doing, because if you look at the map, that is not anywhere near where the last checkpoint is.
Faster.
But
It's just the fastest route.
yeah. So he's now taking the route back to the highway. And he's going to be going for the driving launch. Because there is another, and we're gonna see that pretty soon. There is another route where instead of doing
Wait
what
for me.
Alex is about to do, you're going to steal a jet, so you can fly up in the air, and now come out and have a parachute. Now he didn't get probably the exact launch that he wanted,
No, I did not at all.
because you are now going to whatever that island is called. I know it has a name.
Avi Schwartzman Island.
Yes, exactly. And so he's going to be flying there, and we are pretty much going to be cementing Alex as the winner. But we'll still
I
watch
had a horrible
Marcus
launch.
and see if he can get
Yeah.
a better launch. But yeah, for a while the strat was doing the ledge buffer, and then there was another period of time when people, instead of doing that car launch, would just drive into the military base, steal a jet, and then just fly out. Go over the water and dive out and parachute. It looks like Marcus, I believe he's going to be going for the car launch as well. Yep, Alex now getting onto the island, and now he just has a little bit of running left before he is going to have his timer
There we
finished.
go.
Ah, I don't think I even can finish.
Oh yeah, true actually. You can't finish.
Uh,
because-
I can still send it.
Yes, that is true.
Send
One of the sad things about GTA Online is once one player finishes, it'll give you a little prompt telling you the race is gonna end in this amount of time, and so Marcus is unfortunately going to be a DNF.
Hell yeah. 1836 isn't too bad.
Actually solid.
Considering you switched
I mean,
cars as well.
I switched cars. I had a few major crashes, like at the tree at the end. My launch was kind of bad.
Yeah, Marcus actually had a much better launch than you.
Yeah.
Probably would have gone it if I had the time, but
Nice.
Cool. So
Yep. That's the showcase.
that's the
Yeah.
showcase. Yeah,
That was
hopefully you
Gfred.
enjoyed that. If you haven't seen Gfred before, that's what it is. Very fun little GTA Online thing. And I think let's look at what else we have planned for today.